something. What'd you do there, bro? All right,
magic.
we're back. Thanks for bearing with us. We had some technical difficulties. I don't know what is going on. If it's Restream, if it's me, if it's the screw behind the desk here, it's probably me. So if you jump back in stream, thanks. Welcome back. Welcome to Slay Cert Plus. We're answering some CISA Plus questions. We're reviewing some of the ones that we got wrong a few minutes ago and going over those correct answers. An analyst at a large financial institution monitors the network for suspicious activity, and we find a log, and it appears to have been tampered with. Using the strings command in Python, what would the analyst be able to extract? The correct answer was both strings and binary data. The incorrect answer, which is what we selected, was that we could only see strings are visible to the user. In Python, the strings command extracts human-readable strings from binary data to obtain text from executable files and extracts data from log files. There you go. Okay, so I would just straight up whiffed on that one.
Yeah, this seems to be a pretty Python-heavy
part
section so far.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
All right. Yeah. And so this was, let's see, this is the one I took, and I basically just missed that it was asking for 2 parts to this question. I focused on the last little bit.
I don't think there's anything wrong with your answer, honestly. I mean, I see why it's wrong. I think it's a best answer, so I think you might have gotten partial credit for that one.
Yeah, because B and D, we couldn't really, like, it didn't mention anything about core authentication or weak passwords or an admin level accounts. So those are kind of irrelevant. So it was between the two.
Pirate Kitty 7130 saying coming in hot with the what's up, Slay Cert Plus. What's up, dude? Or dudette? Hope you're having a great day. Pirate Kitty. Love the handle. What up? Ricky, I entered my first official Magic the Gathering tournament, a draft tournament at a game shop I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, good Lord. Are you nervous?
No. I've always wanted to do it. I just never had the time or didn't really know what to do. So I'm stoked. We were unsure and correct. XML is the extensible markup language. It's a text-based scripting language that transfers data. In an important differentiator of XML is the language does not define the data tags. Those are user-defined. So we whiffed on that one, and that's okay. All right, here we go. A security analyst needs to select an appropriate tool to detect and analyze malware in the organization's network. The analyst needs to decide which tool is best for detecting and analyzing malware through virtualized environments. Which of the following tools can be used to detect and analyze malware through virtualized environments? Is it A, Wireshark, B, Snort, C, Cuckoo Sandbox, or is it 4, Malwarebytes?
It's totally Malwarebytes.
Yeah, it's totally it's totally Wireshark, dude. Run Wireshark on it.
Give me that PCAP.
Give me that PCAP.
Lay that PCAP. What are you gonna go with?
Hit me with that PCAP, cuz. Oh man, I can't wait to hang out with you all the way to Wild West Hacking Fest. I'm going to go with Cuckoo Sandbox just because from my experience analyzing to see if things are malicious to escalate or not, I've used sandboxes and none of these. Malwarebytes is a feature. What would you call malware? Is Malwarebytes considered a pup at this point?
No, I mean,
or is it
legit?
It's
app, but it's not as good as EDR. I mean, I used it a decade ago to remove like pups and stuff. But...
Okay, so. It's not Malwarebytes.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
We're trying to take something, and really what the idea is we want which tool is detecting and analyzing malware through virtualized environments. I'm still going with Cuckoo Sandbox. What are you going with?
Yeah. I'm going to go with that one too. It's not Pirate Kitty's asking about Snort. I don't think it's Snort.
Snort is IDS rules, right?
IDS. Yeah.
So Snort rules.
So that's for traffic analysis. I mean, you can virtualize. I'm pretty sure you can run it virtualized, but you're not going to use Snort to. Yeah, you're not going to use Snort to diagnose malware.
It uses Snort is the foremost open source IPS in the world. So IPS, intrusion prevention system, so packet level. We're not really trying to packets and malware. Wireshark again.
Oh no, you're. I was gonna say you're all good, Pirate Kitty. You're learning here. We're learning too.
We are. This is for us because we're getting ready to take the exam ourselves, and then we'd like to come back after we finish the exam, and we would like to continue to do this as people who have taken it, and we can give insider access. Obviously, that with integrity, we're not going to give legit answers, but we can give some insider insights to strategy and things of that nature. Wireshark, it's in an organization's network. Analyze malware. We want to analyze malware. Wireshark doesn't do that. Snort doesn't do that in Malwarebytes. You can analyze malware in the Cuckoo Sandbox. So that's correct.
Yep.
If you have not used that before. A couple different.
Yeah, I've never used Cuckoo Sandbox. I need to download it and play around with it.
90 terabytes, recent analysis. So you can see some recent analysis of folks. The score that was pretty all benign. Let's look for anything gnarly. Ooh, a score of 10. There's some hashes. So these are hashes and IOCs that you can look at. Cuckoo Sandbox, analyze malware, understand. Right? You don't have to be an expert in every single tool that CySA Plus is asking you on, but having a working knowledge of what they do will propel you. All right, this is a review question. This is the one that we're looking at suspicious activity, and we're going to use the strings command in Python. What will the analyst be able to extract? We will be able to extract both strings and binary data, and we are sure. Boom.
All right, let's see here. We got the IT team at a company wants to implement additional security measures to prevent recent phishing attempts against their employees. The team will use domain-based message authentication or performance and reporting and conformance or DMARC, Center Policy Framework or SPF, and domain keys identified mail or DKIM to secure the email system. Which of the following statements is true regarding DMARC, SPF, and DKIM in the context of email security operations? So we've got DMARC, SPF, and DKIM are all email security protocols that use encryption to protect emails from phishing attempts.
Not true.
DMARC, not true, right? DMARC, SPF, and DKIM are all email security protocols that use machine learning to detect and block spam emails. Also not true. DMARC, SPF, and DKIM are all email security protocols that use digital signatures to authenticate emails to prevent spoofing.
That is true. So far. Okay, next one, last one.
Yep. DMARC, SPF, and DKIM are all email security protocols that use firewalls to prevent unauthorized access to emails. That is not correct.
This one is only.
See.
Yeah.
And I would go farther than that a little bit and just say DMARC, SPF, and DKIM are like the bare minimum to have for email security. It's free to do that. It's free to.
It's not even like it is the bare minimum, but I mean, I see legitimate emails that have bad DMARC, DKIM, SPF. It is easily spoofed and bypassed. It just is.
Yeah. So a funny thing today, just as an aside, one of the talks talked about email security or phishing specifically. And one of they work at an MDR, this person does, and one of the escalations they got, they thought was spoofing, but it wasn't spoofing. It was actually due to bad configurations in an Azure environment. So it was DMARC, DKIM, and SPF all passed because they were sending internal emails from one user to another because they didn't have basic authentication disabled. So
they didn't need it because they were saying, the computer's like, it's internal. It's one user to the other.
Yep.
Bum deal.
Yep. So see, Pirate Kitty, that's right.
Yeah. Live and learn, I guess. The sysadmin of a large organization notices abnormal account activity and a high volume of outbound traffic to the suspected IP addresses, which the following describes. This is the one where we understood that it's asking two parts. Not only that, but just what it's asking and this answer of unusual user account behavior, such as logging in at unusual times or from unusual locations. Answer logically what the question is asking us.
All right, let's see what we got here. Security analyst notices abnormal account activity in the company system. All right. Someone accessed the system with the CEO's credentials at 2 a.m. from a location 500 miles away from the CEO's usual location. That's not good. The analyst tracks the IP address, GPS address, and device that accessed the system. Which security operation technique did the analyst use to determine the location and device of the user who accessed the system? So it's looking for two things there.
Digital forensics. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm reading the answers out loud.
Yeah. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Digital forensics, B, threat hunting, C, log analysis, or D, alert triage.
Tracks the IP address, GPS address, and device that access the system.
Which security operation technique did the analyst use to determine the location and device? I don't think alert triage. I'll take that one off the board.
I don't think digital forensics either.
No, because I think of digital forensics. Well, no.
Yeah. I think of after this, like, hey, something bad happened and we need to like move past that.
We noticed that we're not quite to the digital forensics to where we're like analyzing for artifacts. It's either going to be threat hunting or log analysis. We notice account activity in logs. You can get IP addresses, GP address, and the device. I'm going to go with log analysis.
Yeah, I agree.
I think of threat hunting as proactively looking for IOCs in your environment.
Same. Yeah. Let's see what we get.
I think of digital forensics is after the fact, tearing open the proverbial digital dead body to see what happened. What?
Oh.
It probably is digital forensics then.
Yeah.
Is it alert triage? Activity? No. It must have been digital forensics.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Well, here's the thing: digital and forensics would cover log analysis, I think.
Yeah.
A cybersecurity analyst for a large financial services company reviews the company's email security controls and is concerned about the risk of phishing attacks. The analyst decides to implement domain-based authentication reporting and conformance, or DMARC, to better protect the company's email domain. Which of the following best describes the correlation between embedded links and DMARC? DMARC prevents embedded links from being included in the emails altogether. I don't believe that's true. DMARC verifies the authenticity of embedded links by checking the sender's domain against the DMARC record. Kind of that's true, except for the embedded links part. DMARC doesn't have anything to do with the embedded links. C, DMARC only applies to email messages that contain embedded links and from trusted senders. That's also not true. And finally, D, DMARC protects against phishing attacks that use embedded links by analyzing email headers. I'm a little torn now between B and D. What do you got, Rick? What are you thinking? What do you think in class? If you're watching this, by the way, and you want to take a shot, please drop what you think the best answer is in chat.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards because it's saying that it's checking the sender's domain,
which
against
that
the
is
DMARC record.
What is part of what DMARC does?
Yep. Because if the DMARC passed, then that means they have DKIM set up as well.
Okay,
So
I like it. I like where we're going.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards that one because it's specifically about checking the sender's domain. Yeah.
Let's go, Ricky.
Yes.
Slay it. All right. A security analyst is looking for the appropriate tools to detect and analyze malware in the network. What tools allow the analyst to detect and analyze malware through virtualized environments? Joe Sandbox and Cuckoo Sandbox. Those are the only two options here. Well, I don't know, because Virus Total is kind of a sandbox.
I don't know if Joe is. I've never heard of Joe Sandbox. Is that a real?
Joe Sandbox is. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't sound real. It sounds made up. Okay, cool. There we go. I'm not.
No, I just want to make sure that I'm not.
Cool.
All right, so we got Joe Sandbox. We looked at Cuckoo Sandbox. So we know those are real things.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing with
options.
And Virus Total is.
I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna. It's kind of the two best though. Those have sandbox in the name.
Yeah, that's true.
They're running.
That's true. All right. Boom.
There we go.
Man, you keep getting the gnarly ones, dude. All right, it's all you, boo boo.
Let's see. We got all right. Working for a financial institution as implementation, automation, and response, or SOAR, and security information and events manager, and SIM solutions to enhance their security posture. Oh, cool. So we have SIM and SOAR in this environment. The an alert from the solution about a potential security threat and solution is triggered to respond to the incident. What is the key SOAR and SIM solutions in a security operations environment as shown in the scenario above? SOAR automated incident solutions are for collecting, analyzing security data. That's correct. Let's see. Solutions are for threat intelligence analysis, while SIM solutions are for vulnerability assessment. No, that's incorrect. SOAR solutions are for user authentication, while SIM solutions are for data encryption. That's also false. And D, SOAR solutions are for network traffic monitoring, while SIM solutions are for incident response. No. What do you think?
I agree. Agreed.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay,
so this is the one where we went with log analysis instead of thrunting or alert triage, and then so the security analysts track GPS address, IP address, and device the attacker used to determine the location, which is an example of using digital forensics to investigate the incident. It is. Log analysis involves reviewing log files to identify security incident, which is not the technique the analyst used to determine the location and device of the user who accessed the system. Yeah, I get that. I still think that part of digital forensics does cover some log analysis. So I think it covers both, and I understand why we got that one incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the same question. Let's go ahead and just answer it.
Yeah.
It's the same question we had about the CEO.
So when we just reviewed
credentials, right? When we just reviewed, I don't want to read all over again. I don't want Ricky to read all over again.
Yeah.
A user alerts the incident response team to an email that comes from a domain very similar to the company's legitimate domain. What appears to have been used in this attempted impersonation? A single pane of glass. B, a webhook. C, a reverse shell. Or D, those gosh darn cousin domains? Or was it D, a cousin domain? What's up, Agent 57, my man? Good to see you.
Welcome in.
Yo, dudes. Yo, dude. Well, it's a single
Friday,
pane of glass. Well, yeah, it is Friday. It is Friday, my dudes. Last time when we were at DEF CON, we watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. One of the nights that we were, and it was classic.
Oh, that's such a throwback.
It is. Single pane of glass. When I think of it, that's not a correct answer, right? That's not an option. It's not a viable option for this. Why? Because it's asking us what tool is being used. A single pane of glass is simply a figure of speech to describe a dashboard in which you have visibility over multiple tools, right? You have the single pane of glass instead of clicking into multiple dashboards.
I'm going with that danged old cousin domain.
You're going with a cousin domain?
The cousin domain. Yep.
Going with a cousin domain. Which I've never heard of. I've heard of lookalike spoof domains. This is the first time I've heard of a cousin domain. But
I don't think it's any of the other ones though. Because a reverse shell's not going to spoof a domain.
Right. Like a cousin domain would.
You would send a domain to the
the hell it won't.
That's great. All right.
I think it's a cousin domain.
Yeah.
Let's send it.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Agent 50 came in with that.
There we go.
All right. Let's see what we got. A cybersecurity analyst is investigating a potential phishing attack against one of their clients and finds an email with an attachment and a long string of characters the analyst does not recognize.
Uh-oh.
What is this long string of characters? We got a private key, a hash value, a public key, and encrypted password.
A private key, a hash value, a public key, and an encrypted password. With the long string of characters the analyst does not recognize. Could be a hash value.
It could be
it can honestly be any of those in an attachment. This is an interesting question. Anybody in chat? Anybody in the YouTube, Facebook world? What do you guys think it is? Or LinkedIn if you're watching on LinkedIn. We have an analyst who are investigating a potential phishing attack against one of our clients and finds an email with an attachment and a long string of characters that the analyst doesn't recognize. What is this long string of characters? What?
A hash value. I'm gonna go with that. So they can run the hash on their side to confirm that the file hasn't been tampered with.
Oh, yep, you're right. Good call. Good call. So I'm the analyst. I get the email attachment. With it is a hash value. I can make sure that between or I can look for compromise like IOCs or something, but it's a hash. That's what I think you're right. Good call. Good call, Pirate Kitty 7130. Good call, team. A security analyst is writing a script to automate security operations. However, the analyst is confused about which data format to use for the script, JSON or XML. Which data format should the analyst use for the script? A, CSV, B, JSON, D, TXT, or D, XML? Well, we know it's not CSV or TXT because it's giving us what it says. Is it either JSON or XML? What do you think it is?
I'm thinking it's XML.
Agreed.
Because JSON.
I think of JSON as a key pair, like to describe the state of something.
Like a file type, or not. File type's not the right word.
No, what does it stand for? Java. I forgot what JSON stood for.
It's similar to C files, like B.
Yeah, Coding Crypto Fitness. What is up, dude? I remember you. Remember Coding Crypto Fitness, Tech Ricky? What up? Been a minute. If it's the same Coding Crypto Fitness that was hanging out with us during the Slay Suck Plus days. XML, yeah, I agree. Let's get on with this question. Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Well, live and learn.
No.
Okay.
Agent 57 says, I did mailing on Hack the Box the other day, and this sounds like.
Okay. Bro. Sorry, I stole your question, Ricky. If you want to rip this one.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're good. Let's see. I think we've already had this.
The difference between, yep.
Yeah, security analyst investigates a suspected network attack on a company server. Analyst needs to capture and analyze network traffic to identify the source and type of attack. The analyst has to use TP dump and Wireshark statements, TP dump and Wireshark when used for network analysis and a security investigation. TCP dump is a network traffic capture tool that identifies source and type of an attack. It's a tool that visualizes and filters captured. Wireshark are both network analysis tools that identify the type of an attack. C, TCP dump and Wireshark are both traffic analysis tools that can be used to visualize and filter capture traffic, but cannot be used to identify the source and type of an attack. So far, I'm leaning towards C. And then finally, Wireshark is a network traffic capture tool that identifies the source and type of an attack, while TCP dump is a network traffic analysis tool that visualizes, I can't see those words because of my face and your face.
Capture traffic, sorry.
No, I'm going to go with C. What do you think?
Okay. TCP dump is a network traffic that identifies the source and type of an attack, while no, that's not true. TCP and Wireshark are both network traffic capture and analysis tools that identify the source and type of attack. That is true. They both are. That's what is true about them. C, TCP are they can be used, but not to be used to identify the source. But they both can be used to identify the source because we can see where the traffic came from.
Yeah, but they can't tell the type of attack the link shows. They don't know what type of attack was used, right?
Well, we're looking for this specifically says source.
The source.
This says cannot be used to identify the source, which is not true. What is true? But
That's
it cannot identify the right? Am I wrong in thinking that Wireshark can identify? It might be a spoofed source, but you get at least something. And the type of attack is it's a network attack. Is it a DDoS attack? Is it ping of death attack? Is it? Those are all kind of DDoS or DOS or denial of service.
What is the chat think? What are they links?
Chat, we've got 7 or so students in class and nobody said anything. I think they're thinking through it like we are. I think that it's either A or C.
Okay, so let's just take A and just dissect it.
Let's
so
take
TCP
A and
dump.
send it. All right.
Hold on.
Oh, C. Oh, I'm going with B. Sorry, B. B.
Options, yeah.
B.
I was reading the options.
I'm going with B as in boy. TC, they're both. And
one
is more of a.
Follow your logic with that.
Okay, boom.
Good. Yep.
We're correct.
Very good.
A security analyst for a large financial institution investigates a suspicious IP address that their security system flagged. The analyst finds 2 useful resources, Whois and Abuse IPDB. Which of the following best describes the role of Whois and Abuse IPDB in security operations? Whois and Abuse IPDB block malicious traffic from entering a network. That is not true. Whois and Abuse IP identify the source of suspicious network traffic. Also not true. Whois and Abuse IP monitor the network for potential vulnerabilities. Oh, yes. Whois and Abuse encrypt sensitive data to prevent unauthorized access.
I'm going to go with B. Because I don't know if that I'm not reading that as so they are used as tools that identifies the traffic on the wire. I'm reading that as you can use those as a tool as a source for suspected traffic.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm aware,
you look at the domain reputation, how long it's been around. I agree with totally. Nice. I could see how somebody would have tripped. That one's a tough one.
Ched says hello to the internet. So internet Ched says hi.
Hello, the internet.
Let's see here. Is this yours or mine? This is mine? It's mine.
This is yours. You got the sim and sword. Well, this one's sim.
I get the books. All right. Cybersecurity list. They can start implementing a security information and event management solution and endpoint detection and response or EDR solution to help identify and respond to potential threats. What is of implementing both a SIEM and EDR solution in a security operations environment? All right, let's see. SIEM can prevent unauthorized access to sensitive data. It can't do that, while EDR can analyze and block malicious files and applications from running on endpoints. The second part of that is right. A SIEM can identify and prevent malware from infecting endpoints, which it cannot do. All an EDR and report not right. C, SIM can provide an in-depth analysis of endpoint activity, while EDR can identify and prevent malicious network traffic from entering the network. Or D, SIM can monitor multiple systems to identify potential security incidents, which is correct. And provide deep visibility into endpoint activity to detect and respond to advanced threats. I'm going
also
D.
Correct. I'm going with D as well.
Delta.
Hey, Cody and Crypto Fitness. These are, I need to modify the banner above. I just don't want it to take it off because then it shows all of my tabs, my millions of tabs I have open. These are CISA Plus questions. So if they seem a little tougher than Sec Plus questions, that's why. This next one coming up will be my last one. Moving forward, if Ricky wants to keep going, he can. I got to get ready to get the kids to gymnastics, dude. It's Friday. Security analyst. Oh, yeah, this one's yours. Or this one's mine. This one's mine. Because you have the book one.
Yours.
A security analyst at a large financial institution plans to use PowerShell and XML to secure an organization's servers. What is the primary purpose of using XML in this document, and how can PowerShell help in securing the servers? A, XML detects security threats on the servers while PowerShell monitors servers logs for suspicious activity. I don't think so. B, XL manages server configurations while PowerShell authenticates users who access servers. PowerShell does nothing with authentication, so that's not true. XML encrypts sensitive data on the servers. Not true. I can already tell you. And then XML provides a common format for exchanging data between systems. True. While PowerShell helps automate server hardening and configuration tasks. Also true. Send it.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go. Woo! That was a good run, Ricky. Nice work, man.
Yep. Need to brush up on my Python.
I know I need to brush up on a few of these terms. I know I need to go back. We'll do another baseline. We'll return. I don't know if we'll be on next week. Is my going on a trip. So if I'm not, Rick, you might have to get a guest host and do this one solo or something, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll pre-record.
All right.
But either way, I'm going to go. I got to drop off, take care of some stuff for the kids. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We would like to go live Saturday, Sunday. We'll see. We might take the weekend off. If not, we'll be back studying Monday at noon for our lunch power sessions, lunch and learns from Tech Ricky and myself, Jesse J, the Cosmic Cowboy. You guys are Slay CISA Plus. And until next time, what do we say, Tech Ricky?
Have a great weekend.
That works. We'll see you on the next one, team. Be well, everybody.
Later, guys.
See ya. Oh, Ricky, you're looking beautiful, bro.